What if you could make money in the crypto sphere without actually holding crypto by buying the coins? If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, hit the bell, hit that like button, help me out with the algorithm, and in return, I'm going to give you some unique insights when you come tune into the video. So I'm going to talk today about Ethereum name service founder and what he thinks as he hits 2 million registered users. So it's .eth. So here's what I mean. .com was very, very important, and it still is. It's the most important domain extension for Web 2.0. Now, Web 3.0 is going to have its own biggies, and you've seen different things like .io. Well, here's something else that should be paid attention to, and it gives you a way, if you're shrewd about it, and if you focus, like most things in business, where you can get some results that you probably weren't expecting and grab some opportunity that you likely a lot of you may not have been aware of, which is why I decided to make this video. The proliferation of the internet brought the world to the fingertips of users, and with it came a rush to register domains on the nascent network. Businesses like Amazon were born on the internet, while many others took their real-life business online by registering a website. So, the Ethereum name service, I want you to remember that. Domain names remain an integral part of the internet, acting as the flagpole of the biggest brands, of course. The biggest brands, companies, institutions, and individuals. But the advent of blockchain technology and Web3 has ushered in a new paradigm for domain name hosting, and thus part of the purpose of the video. That is where things got interesting. Savvy tech sleuths realized that there was a tangible value in registering websites with the names of prominent brands, companies, or famous individuals, knowing those same people would eventually want to do the same. Thus, domain squatting, as it is now known, was actually born. So history repeats itself, and almost always with everything new comes something old with a splash and a twist of the new, whether it's a mixture of marketing, well, there's always a mixture of marketing, but some tech advancements as well, and taking the old and thus shining it up and making the old new. But the foundation, don't kid yourself, is always based and rooted in something new. That's why you can do very well in business if you can see the future, if you will, figure of speech, but sometimes not really, predict what's going to happen and position yourself ahead of the curve. So some name-boggling, mind-boggling sums were paid for domain names as the world gradually went online, right? So there was cars.com, which holds the record for the most expensive domain name ever sold, with the website itself valued at $872 million in the company's high-profile sale in 2015. So carinsurance.com, that fetched $50 million, and it's ranked the second most expensive domain sold ever in history. So the list goes on and differs according to different sources, with domains like internetgo.com, beer.com, and hotels.com ranked as the most lucrative DNS addresses, some of the most lucrative anyways to be traded. Of course, there's others, but those are some of the big ones. The practice is still common, with anecdotes of famous individuals having to fork out large sums to buy a park domain bearing their name. The process is now repeating itself with Web 3.0 and blockchain-based domains. So ENS is blooming. The Ethereum name service, ENS, seems to be following in the footsteps of conventional domain names, surpassing 1.8 million registrations at the end of July 2022. And in that month alone, there were 378,000 .eth domains which were registered, generating a monthly record of 5,400 ETH in revenue, because you have to pay for them, right? Obviously. So, Nick Johnson, the founder and the developer of ENS, outlined the original goal of the project and its subsequent success since inception in correspondence with Cointelegraph. So he highlighted two basic goals of the project: naming Ethereum accounts and decentralized resources such as Swarm and the Interplanetary File System, which is IPFS, by the way, in case you wondered. Johnson, the short version of it, the abbreviation. So Johnson admitted that the team did not realize how valuable the extensibility of the ENS would become as more users began to mint .eth domains. So While headlines have highlighted some of the biggest price tags paid for ENS domains, many registrations are carried out by individual users, as the ENS founder explained. So it is hard to ignore the parallels between conventional DNS flipping and New Age .eth domain trading. A prime example was Amazon.eth domain, which grabbed headlines in July 2022 after a $1 million USD coin USDC bid was left to expire by the owner, who originally paid $100,000 for the sought after ETH domain. Imagine he let the bid expire. 1 million USD. Wow. So, I mean, listen, in this day and age, it's really not a lot of money, but it is when you think of the transactions done like that. Johnson believes the motivation in the market are similar, which was part of the reason the firm was cognizant of the potential of conventional domain squatting becoming a feature of its own ecosystem. Cointelegraph also reached out to John Benjamin, the growth hacker at Quantum Economics, to get a gauge of how cryptocurrency analysts are looking at ENS and its current trajectory. So Benjamin believes that both DNS and ENS domains are both high value assets if marketed correctly, while having drastically different reactions to the prevailing market conditions. So conventional DNS names typically maintain their value through a bear market, according to Benjamin, while ENS domains may suffer during market volatility. I think that's pretty normal, especially with an industry that's still in diapers like crypto, right? So setting aside the volatility, but you see, this creates opportunity, because something that's cheap now is not going to be cheap in the future. And if you hit on the right thing, obviously your wildest imagination could be exceeded. Setting aside the volatility of these assets, Benjamin highlighted three key areas that he believes make ENS domains valuable. Firstly, ENS domains are a great marketing tool for retail and commercial use. ENS domains bearing the trademark of big brands and companies are also easily flipped, while individuals seem to relish the ability to personalize their online presence. This is all true, and I would suggest to you, if you're curious, you should just go and check out the site, because it's very, very easy to use. It's just a search box. You can just go to ens.domains, and the next page, after you actually search whatever's on your mind as an extension, the next page that pops up, it won't tell you right away. It won't be obvious to you that the domain is or isn't taken, unless it's not taken and the next page tells you this domain is available. So long story short, to save you some clicking and research, search whatever name you have in mind. If the next page does not say it's available, it is not. You don't need to click more. You can go back where you came from and go search another domain. I hope this finds you healthy, happy, and I will see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.